So here we have this green circle and there's a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle. As a reminder, if a polygon is inscribed in a circle, it means every single vertex of that polygon lies on the circle. So here A, B, C, and D are the four vertices which are all on this green circle. Now, there's a special relationship that exists between the angles opposite each other in a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle. So we're going to focus on the relationship between angle A and angle C. I can see that they're not congruent to each other. Angle A is clearly an obtuse angle, whereas angle C is clearly acute. So they are not congruent to each other, but they do have some relationship. So if I follow angle C and its rays out to where it intercepts the circle at B and D. So that means that this arc is the arc that it is intercepting. This is an inscribed angle because its vertex is on the circle. So that means angle C measures 1/2 the measure of arc DAB. The inscribed angle is half the measure of the arc that it intercepts. Okay, now looking at angle A. If I follow angle A's rays out, it also intercepts the circle at points B and D, but it's intercepting this arc over here. So this is the arc that angle A is intercepting. So angle A would be equal to 1/2 the measure of arc DCB. If you look at those two arcs together, the one that I outlined with the red dots and the blue dots, together they create the entire circle. All the way around a circle is an arc measure of 360 degrees. So that means that the measure of arc DCB plus the measure of arc DAB has to be 360 degrees because together they're creating this entire green circle. I also know that 1/2 the measure of DCB represents the measure of angle A. I also know that 1/2 the measure of arc DAB represents the measure of angle C. So let's see what this would be equal to. Now going back to algebra, I can take out this common factor. I can take out the 1/2. So I get 1/2 times the measure of arc DCB. I'm also factoring out the 1/2 from this term. So plus the measure of arc DAB. And this I know is equal to 360. So 1/2 times 360. Half of 360 is 180. So that means 1/2 times the measure of arc DCB plus 1/2 times the measure of arc DAB is equal to 180. All of these things are equal to each other. So the opposite angles in a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle are supplementary because their measures add up to 180.